It's the NFL on EA Sports. And all eyes are on Jared Goff. He got his reps in a week ago, over 400 yards through the air. It's the Lions and the Vikings, coming up next.
A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Detroit Lions and the Minnesota Vikings. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at this Vikings ball club. It's an early test here after 2 losses to start the season, and a game they probably really need.
Obviously, no way do they want to get to 0-3. Not many teams make the playoffs with that kind of a start.
Meanwhile, for the Lions here, an early season tilt. And when it's an early season tilt, should be ready to roll.
Well, let's face it, the aches and pains haven't really set in yet, and both teams eyeing a really good start to get things going.
2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. The Vikings offense coming out for the first time, and in his 5th season leading this crew, coming off his 3rd career Pro Bowl nod, Kirk Cousins.
And I think if you're handing out hardware through 2 weeks of the season, he might be your MVP. Already 7 touchdown passes in just 2 games. As we do know, though, in real life, they don't hand you out anything this early. A lot of games left to get through between now and the playoffs.
First play and a first pass for Cousins. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2.
But they're certainly not neglecting their run duties as well as they ate up the blockers in front and allowed the secondary to get home.
On 2nd and 12, Cousins. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There's a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
On 3rd down, Cousins. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions 36. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Back to the ground, Cook. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Cousins. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cook. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area. But they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. And this one is right through. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Detroit gets set to go on offense, and it will be the 7th-year pro out of Cal, Jared Goff, leading the attack in his 2nd season as a Lion.
And frankly, this is the type of game that a great quarterback relishes because 0-2 on the road, everything's against him and his team. No one can expect them to win. Sometimes you band together real tight in that situation, and if he plays really well, they've got a chance to get that done.
Goff in this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10. Just shy of the 30. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. The numbers for him from a week ago: 14 carries, 54 yards, and a touchdown.
I can't remember the last time we did a game when a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. They've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that, but they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
They'll try and run here with Swift. And some space here. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 1st down Lions on a pickup of 13.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Now a play fake, and it's gone. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a 1st. They lulled them to sleep there, so to speak. That was all set up by the running. Kevin O'Connell clearly unhappy with that call, and he's thrown that red challenge flag out on the field. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
So score 1 for Kevin O'Connell. His decision to throw the challenge flag, a good one. Pretty good results here on the 1st down run as he takes this forward for about 6. The Lions have 0-2 here to begin the season. And listen, they made their share of mistakes in these first 2 games, CD, but talking with him in the days leading up to this one, doesn't seem like they've lost it. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Quintez Cephas, his 1st touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Lions have answered that early field goal to take a 1st quarter lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle 3rd of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Riley Patterson now for the extra point. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. That time a 6-play drive. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield because I know that when I used to cover, Hey, we got everybody. Oh, he just stuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air.
And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Jordan Berry out to punt on fourth down. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. 35 yards that time on the punt, and the Lions will take over. Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
Now Goff on first down. And Shark hauls it in. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20.
Loaded with talent. DJ Chark hasn't been able to stay on the field to replicate a Pro Bowl season from 2019. Detroit gave him a big one-year prove-it deal to see if he can recapture that form. And he comes through here with a first down catch.
On first and 10, it's Swift. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. They'll fake the give. Now gone. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 27 yards. And they're able to add on to their advantage.
Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open in the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
Pulls it in at the 13.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
Minnesota's offense takes over possession. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
They start the drive with Cook.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
The last run got 3. Now here's second and 7. To throw is Cousins.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. And complete right side to Cook. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to make it 4th down. Now Jordan Berry on to kick this one away. On the return is Williams. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And they will take over first and 10.
So here are the Lions to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football.
that to the 30. It'll be second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Right back to Swift again on second down. And he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 47.
Now a toss for Swift left side.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. Now gone. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score of
After one, a 14-3 ball game. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Back to the running game with Swift.
And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Out of the gun. Gone. His throw incomplete.
So many times I advocate not challenging coverage downfield, but on this point, I thought he made an excellent decision to actually do so. If that had been complete, that would have been one for the highlight reel.
And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11.
58 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Gone.
And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's second down. Goff a handoff here to Swift.
And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5, about the 4. The Lions on 3rd down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. Here it's 3rd and 3. Escaping the pressure right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Some good games coming up here in Week 3, the first weekend of fall officially. And tonight, the Niners and Broncos from Denver. 49er fans are probably saying, wait, I thought we were done with Russell Wilson. No, they'll see him tonight. And then on Monday night, Cowboys and Giants from MetLife Stadium kicking off at 8:15 Eastern.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. Cousins to throw it. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
These guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. Second down now. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Cousins. He's got Smith here. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Second down, they go right back to Cook. Well, still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Third and short yardage, Cousins. That'll be complete to Cook. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Throwing is Cousins. Right back to Cook for another completion. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. They'll go, and the ball is knocked out. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone. Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a fourth down. Well played.
And his kick is good. And a second field goal here gets him back within 11 now. It's 17-6.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Well, let's shine the spotlight on the former Georgia Bulldog, DeAndre Swift, who's set to begin this next drive.
And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hawkinson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
They run out of the gun with Swift.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now it's gone. And that'll be caught by St. Brown.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. So now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
They will run straight ahead with Swift.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
In search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Throwing on third. Gone. Man open. It's St. Brown. He's got it. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 25-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Swift going to try up the middle. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. 85 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. It is a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Once again, it's Swift. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
The touchdown was scored by the runner, but the offensive line, they feel like it's theirs. They blocked that one up perfectly, allowed him easy access to the end zone.
Extra point try now for Patterson. And the lead is up to 18 now. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it was finished off by the 14-yard touchdown run. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Minnesota now ready for their next possession. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
Meanwhile, Cousins' throw taken in by Miller.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Off the play fake, Cousins.
This one finds Wilson downfield.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
24 yards the game there, another 1st down as well.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Throwing, Cousins. Setting up the screen for Cook. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Cousins' throw here going to be caught by Wilson.
And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 17-yard line. From the red zone now, Cousins.
And that nearly trouble, but it's incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it, and it'll be 2nd down. Charles, we get a look at the Lions 2022 draft class, and this class will probably be remembered for the guy that they took number 2 overall, the hometown kid Aiden Hutchinson. But beyond him, really a lot to like about this group that Detroit brought in.
And Brandon, it's not often that any kid doesn't want to go number 1 overall in the draft, but Aiden Hutchinson, he was ecstatic to go number 2 and go to the home state Detroit Lions. And how about the Lions trading up from 32 to take wide receiver Jamison Williams, 12th overall out of Alabama. Speed, speed, speed.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal. Cousins. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Vikings get a late score here in the final minute of the 1st half.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it 24-13. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Taking it about the 1.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. The 30. 10. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Lions. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And the lead is up to 18 now.
Vikings 13. Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff.
The Vikings going to take over now late in this first half. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission.
A first down throw for Cousins. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
So we have reached halftime with the visiting Lions taking the lead to the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it. We'll begin out in the windy city of Chicago, and it's the Bears who have the lead. Darnell Mooney, a touchdown reception. From there, let's hop over to New England. Check out the Patriots at home in Foxborough, and they've got the lead in that one over the visiting Baltimore Ravens. Kendrick Bourne, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's get you to Charlotte, North Carolina. Check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And that one all tied against the visiting Saints. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Lions. And the ground game has been a big part of why they have this big lead. And you have to figure they'll lean on it a little bit more in the third and fourth quarters. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break. Final adjustments being made in the locker rooms. We're just about ready for the second half from Minneapolis. And for the call, let's rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3.
But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Goff.
On the slant, this is Chark.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Here's a handoff to Swift.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Now Goff on 1st down. Over the middle, it's complete.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. 2nd and 4.
Gone.
That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
123 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
To throw is gone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Jared Goff with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon.
And the Lions take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And they open the lead up now to 25.
Vikings 13. Jack Fox, the kickoff for the Lions.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the 2nd half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Meanwhile, Cousins' throw complete to his receiver, Thielen.
That'll go for a gain of 7. And 3rd and 1 now. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. 1st down. A 10th carry in the game for Cook.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. And that'll bring up 2nd down. 2nd down and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Cousins to throw it. Flushed out right.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Cousins. He's got Wilson, middle of the field. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Now we've got movement up front. And I think this is going to be on Minnesota.
Ball start, offense.
Expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
Now a second down throw for Cousins. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. Second and manageable became third and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
And that is incomplete. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this won't get there. Won't be on line either. It's no good. Off to the right, and they will remain well behind.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
Well, now they'll start 3 yards shy of midfield after that long 57-yard miss.
On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 135 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now a handoff inside. It's Jackson. 11 yards there and a Lion 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
On 2nd down, this is Jackson down to the 25. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
It's a gain of a yard.
Gone.
He gets this complete to Cephas. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, up big, but still not hesitating to take some shots downfield, CD. I guess they really want to hammer home their dominance in this one.
Yeah, that much is apparent, partner. If they keep completing throws like that, they'll keep that gap awfully wide as they've established already.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
On the give, here comes Jackson. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now a give, it's Jackson. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Now gone. And in for the Lions, touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Jared Goff. And the Lions just continue to roll.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The Vikings now heading on to the field. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. Third quarter here, 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Throw left side, on target to Thielen. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. A lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the third quarter. And they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard, because that doesn't help them at all right now. Their focus needs to be on finishing every drive with...
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Romeo Okwara picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Before they can snap it, time runs out on this third quarter of play. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. And this offense on third down today, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 17. To throw, Cousins. That'll be complete to Cook. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball, because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Cousins. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
Cousins throw there, taken in by Smith. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Cousins to throw for it on 4th. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
Cook will take this into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Out for the PAT, here's Sloman. And that will cut this lead down to 25. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it's capped off by the touchdown run coming from Dalvin Cook. Taken at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Swift heading back out with his Detroit teammates.
He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block. They're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
That one complete. He finds Shark. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. On the run, this is Jackson. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Credit Zadarius Smith able to get through and make that tackle for a loss. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. They go back to the ground, this time Swift. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. On 3rd down, this is Jackson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards.
Brandon, unfortunately, I've been here before. They've had 2 opportunities to stop them, so this is demoralizing. They haven't gotten it done. Now you're calling all your blitzes, all your attack defenses, but you're not worried about playing your normal position. You're going to take chances now.
Well, you said it. 2 third-down opportunities to get off the field. Couldn't do it, and the clock continues to roll. Eric Kendricks in on the tackle.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Goff now to throw. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 19. The third down conversion is successful. Give them 12 yards that time. What a difference a week makes. 5 interceptions in their last game. Here we are, fourth quarter. He's played mistake-free football.
And I'm sure that we can look back on the past week and say, okay, he spent time in the film room and they worked on his mechanics. Sometimes it's just your team believing in you, your coaching staff believing in you, and you relax and play to your potential. He's doing that in this game.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 16, Goff. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
And they're not going to get the kick off in time.
Delay of game, offense.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Patterson's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And now out comes Minnesota.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll find Thielen, work in the middle. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
On 3rd down, Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Again, it's Cousins. And his throw is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
On 2nd and 10, Cousins setting up the screen for Cook. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Now we've got movement up front, and I think this is going to be on Minnesota.
All start, offense.
Ezra Cleveland, the guard, called for the penalty there.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. Now Cousins. Catch made right side by Wilson. And to the 46 he goes and no further. So he is well short of the 1st down marker. Now Cousins on 4th down.
Going right back to Wilson. And he is going to pick up the Vikings 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
They go play action. Cousins. toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Cousins. And that will be incomplete as well.
He already came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
Fourth down, Cousins. Wilson's got it complete. And he is going to pick up the Vikings first down, as that'll be a gain of 15 on fourth. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. A first down throw for Cousins. And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
It's second down and 10.
To throw again on second down, Cousins. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Extra point up and through, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So that drive spans 13 plays. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Second down, another carry for Jackson. Oh, that one well designed, as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. But now he appears to be in some pain. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Good gain there on 1st down, and keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively.
Right back to Swift again on second down.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top